We have an incredible program right here in the Treasure Valley. It is called RODS, and it is about endurance athletes raising money and awareness for orphan children. So I brought on the set with me the Vice President of Development for RODS, Dandrea, and he's here to tell us a little bit more about this program. So I'm so excited because I've never heard of this.
Yeah.
So let's start off. Just tell us a little bit.
Well, thanks, Rebecca, for having me on today.
Yeah,
I really
absolutely.
appreciate to share about RODS. RODS is an organization. It stands for Racing for Orphans with Down Syndrome.
With Down syndrome, okay.
And what we do, we're endurance athletes, and we do marathons, triathlons, and we raise money and awareness for an orphan with Down syndrome, one child at a time.
Okay.
And it was an organization started by Brady Murray about 5 years ago, where he picked one child and raised money to get that child adopted. And so today,
Wow.
we have over 200 racers around the country, and we're on our 20th child to help get adopted, and we raised over $500,000.
So you've raised $500,000
Yes.
to help these children get adopted. So how did you get involved? I mean, when I knew you 15 years ago, I don't think you were an endurance athlete. So I'm going, how did Trace go from gym rat to endurance athlete raising money for orphan Down syndrome kids?
Well, it's like many people as we get older, we like to be competitive, but
Right.
to go do sporting events, races, and do it for something greater than yourself, it means that's much more to go help somebody. So, but my wife and I, we have a son and a daughter, and our son Anthony has Down syndrome. And when he was born, we knew we were going to do everything we could to make his life the best we could.
Right.
And so knowing that having a child with Down syndrome, we know how much love he gives us and he gives others.
Right.
And so that was what made me so passionate about getting involved with RODS, because we know that there's gifts out there. These kids are gifts. And these families, when they adopt them, their lives have changed for the better.
Why Down syndrome? I mean, why adopting? I know for you this is personal, but RODS was formed for a reason. So why is that so critical?
Well, we've learned that across the globe, kids are being abandoned because of their perceived disability. And we found that was something that we thought we could help. And the fact that the only thing standing in the way of these kids getting adopted is usually money.
It's funding. It's expensive.
It's expensive.
And sometimes they have medical procedures that are needed,
Correct.
right?
So if we take away part of the money, the finance part of it,
Right.
and we increase awareness, all of a sudden it opens up the adoptions, and that's what we do is we get these kids adopted quicker by having the funding.
Now, there's also an includability side to this, so
Yes.
can you share a little bit about that as well?
Yeah, we just started a new program last year. It's
Okay.
called RODS Junior, and the theme behind it is includability. And what includability is, our goal is to get to include all abilities through sports. So we're
love it. That's great.
involving these kids teams, and so far we have 5 kids teams involved. And they find ways to include kids with disabilities with the team.
So I know having a son like Anthony, I am sure there is something he has taught you. I mean, a life lesson, a defining moment. I mean, I know there's probably a lot. Is there something that you'd like to share?
Well, we always like to say the kind of the saying with when God created, a Down syndrome child, he got it right. Because they come into this world, and as they grow up, they don't get their wires crossed.
Yeah, I hear that.
They're all about love. And Anthony's taught us and anybody he's around about love.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing. He's made me feel, being a dad, how important I feel, incredibly rewarded being a father. Well, and I can tell you that this program with the RODS Junior, when these kids with disabilities, knowing, because Anthony's involved with all different sports, it's helped him develop physically, socially, and intellectually.
Right.
And we really feel that inclusion with these kids as peers at school, it's made such a difference in his development.
Right.
So that's what we're trying to do, is to show what's possible
Right.
with this program with these kids.
Thank you so much. Now, if people want to get a hold of you or get involved with RODS, there's a lot of opportunity to get
Correct.
involved. How can they do that?
Well, we have a website,
Okay.
rods.org,
Okay.
and our RODS Junior program is also listed there. And what we'd like, we're always looking for people that want to do a 5K, 10K, whatever.
So you're looking specifically for teams that are in existence that would be
Correct.
willing to be part of RODS Junior.
So we have 5 teams today in Boise area, because I've developed it here, but my goal with RODS Junior is to develop globally like we have with our RODS program.
Oh, that's awesome. Gosh, thank you so much for this work that you're doing. I mean, I think it is so critical, and I'm so impressed. And wow, so if you're an endurance athlete, you want to get involved. If you know of a team or you're part of a team, you want to get involved. So thanks so much.